Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you all are fine at home. Okay, last class we studied innate immunity. This class, let us discuss about the topic acquired immunity. What is the meaning of innate immunity? Innate immunity means non specific or inborn immunity. What is the meaning of acquired immunity? It is pathogen specific immunity. What is the meaning of pathogen? Disease causing microorganisms are called pathogen. Okay. It is not present from birth and developed during an individual's lifetime. Actually, it is not present from birth, but it is present during our lifetime. Okay. This type of immunity is acquired either by encountering the disease or by vaccination. Okay, two methods here applicable. One is encountering the disease or by vaccination. Okay, some kind of special characteristic features are present in the acquired immunity. Mainly three types of features. One is specificity, and the second one is memory, and the third one is discrimination between self and non-self. Okay, first one is specificity. What is the meaning of specificity? Specificity has the ability to distinguish many different foreign molecules. Okay, lot of different foreign molecules are pathogens present in our world. It leads to maybe bacteria, maybe fungi, maybe virus, and so on. Okay, this type of immunity easily distinguish this kind of pathogen which type, like that. Okay, maybe virus means this is an virus, this is an bacteria, like that it is easy to distinguish. Okay, and the second one is memory. What is the meaning of memory? It is an unique feature which helps in producing an intensive secondary response when the pathogen attacks the second time. For example, okay, if some patients are affected with pneumonia, okay, maybe it is caused due to the virus. What will happen? First time, if you are going to the hospital, doctor will prescribe the medicine. After taking the medicine, pneumonia will be cured. And after 3 or 4 months, the same kind of pneumonia attack the same person, means easily the cells recognize already this person, okay, suffered with this kind of pneumonial disease, like that. So easily it can destroy the pneumonial viruses and kill them. So this is a very peculiar or very interesting characteristic features of acquired immunity. Okay, it's easy to recognize which type of pathogen. That's a thing for second point, memory. And the third one is discrimination between self and non-self. Here non-self means foreign molecules. Self means the molecules which is present within the body, that is called self molecules. Okay, the acquired immunity easy to describe. Okay, describe which one is the foreign molecules, which one is present within the body. So it is a peculiar characteristic features of or characters of our acquired immunity. Once again, three types of characteristic features are present. One is specificity, easy to distinguish many different foreign molecules, and the second one is memory, easy to recognize second time at affection, and the third one is what? Discrimination between self and non-self. Okay, easy to discriminate foreign molecules as well as which molecules present within our body. Okay, and the next topic is types of acquired immunity. Two types of acquired immunity present in human beings. Okay, one is for active immunity and other one is passive immunity. What are the two types of acquired immunity? Active immunity and passive immunity. What is the meaning of active immunity? It is the immunity developed by the body when it is exposed to the antigens, which may be in the form of living or dead microbes or other proteins. Okay, It is a type of immunity developed by the body when it is exposed. When it is developed, okay, in the form of living or dead or other kind of proteins. Okay, after the process over, automatically the antibodies are produced by the body. Okay, this type of immunity again classified into two types. One is natural immunity and other one is artificial immunity. What is the meaning of natural immunity? Natural immunity developed during natural infection. Okay, when we are suffering from any kind of natural diseases, it can be produced in our body. And the second one is artificial. Artificial means what? Developed by vaccination. For example, polio vaccine or PCG vaccine, etc. Okay, and the second type is passive immunity. What is the meaning of passive immunity? It is the immunity bestowed by antibodies that are directly given to the body. Okay, some kind of immunity directly given or directly produced into our body, that is called passive immunity. Two best examples are here. One is antibodies received by fetus from mother through placenta. Okay, when the fetus grows in the mother's womb, the placenta only provide food and nutrients to the fetus. At that time, the antibodies produced and protect the fetus. That is the important example for passive immunity. And the second one is antibodies in the colostrum. Actually, the colostrum consists of immunoglobulin A enriched. Okay. Here, what is the meaning of colostrum? Colostrum is a yellowish fluid secreted by mother during the initial days of lactation. That is, okay, so after the childbirth, okay, with the help of mother's milk, the child will get the colostrum. Okay, and the next one is responses. The immune responses can be classified into two types. One is primary responses and other one is the secondary responses. Okay, first we have to see the primary responses. What is the meaning of primary response? It is the response generated when your body encounters a pathogen for the first time. Okay, if, for example, for cholera, maybe the cholera causing pathogen enter into our body, means immediately it can encounter the pathogen. That is called what? Primary response. Okay, generated when your body encounters a pathogen for the first time. Okay, the first time, okay, it can be, the pathogen can be encountered with the help of primary response, means that is called what? Primary response. Actually, it is of low intensity. And the second one is the secondary response. It is otherwise called anamnestic response. Which one is called anamnestic response? The secondary response is called anamnestic response. Actually, the subsequent encounters of the same pathogen elicits the secondary response. Okay, continuous encounters of the same pathogen. Same pathogen means maybe pneumonia or maybe the typhoid. Continuously, it can infect the patients, means it can what? Continuously doing the encounters. That is called what? Secondary response. Subsequent encounters of the same pathogen elicits, okay, the secondary response. So that is called secondary response. Primary and secondary responses are carried out with the help of two types of lymphocytes. One is B lymphocytes and other one is the T lymphocytes. Here, two types of lymphocytes are involved to control the secondary and the primary responses. One is the B lymphocytes and the other one is T lymphocytes. Thank you, students.